Hello, friends. I am super excited to share a little bit more about the digital marketing program that my friend Abby introduced me to. I actually invited her to jump on with me so we can get some questions answered. All right, I'm getting a lot of questions, and there she is.
Hello.
Yay!
I'll
Hello.
make sure my phone's not going to fall. Okay, perfect.
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you? This is
I
so fun.
know, I'm so excited. I was just telling them that we're going to share a little bit more about the digital program that you introduced me to.
Yep.
So, Abby, go ahead and just share your story a little bit with my friends.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, well, hello everyone. Okay, so I am actually from Colorado, and I have got two teenagers, and so just busy all the time, right? I have another business as well, so time was definitely not on my side. But at the end of 2023, I started hearing about this concept of digital marketing, digital products, all those different things, and I started really kind of researching the power of that industry and the growth that it was going to be having. Currently, already had, but going to continue having. So in December of 2023, I went ahead and purchased my first digital course. And basically, this was going to help me as far as learning how to better brand myself online, how to expand my reach. I mean, in this day and age, everything's going online. We know that. And so if we're not up to date with the way the online is, or the way that we need to do things in order to run an online business, we're going to be really behind. Not to mention, I feel like in this day and age, people have such an entrepreneurial mindset. And in order to really capitalize on that, you need to be online. And most people don't know how to do that. For me, I knew I could go to YouTube and probably find some answers I needed, but I didn't have time for that. And I feel like every single person you watched had a different opinion. And so for me, I was like, okay, I want to really learn from somebody who I know has a proven track record. So got a couple different courses. I got one called Simply Passive. I got one called the Ultimate Branding course. They were fantastic, right? They taught me such great information, but that's where it ended, was that it was just more information for me and not like actually putting me into action. And so, I definitely played around with that for about 4 months. I helped some people get started with it. The one thing that really bothered me was the fact that although, yes, I had sold some of the digital courses, people weren't having success from them, right? They were kind of getting frozen and paralyzed. So I knew that the industry was great. I knew I had seen so many people who were having great success with it. I loved the concept that you make 100% commission when you resell the course. Not only do you purchase it, but you're given master resale rights, which means you can go resell it for 100% commission, which is just crazy. But I didn't want to sell it without thinking that other people were going to get success too. And so in about May, June-ish time, I started seeing the blueprint. And honestly, initially, I was like, okay, whatever. I had seen all of these income stories, and I'm thinking to myself, there is no way. There is no way. And then I started seeing some friends of mine who I totally trust and know, and I couldn't deny what I was seeing. My girlfriend, who had purchased the blueprint at the same time I purchased other products in January, she already made over 6 figures with it from January to June. And I was like, okay, what in the heck? So I went ahead and purchased it. And what I realized really quickly was that this was not just a course to educate you. It did do that, right? And I would actually say the content within it is even better than anything else I had seen. But it was a proven success system for you. So it literally tells you step by step every single day what you need to be doing in order to get that success. So it's not just saying you could do this or you could do that. It's saying go do this and this is how you do it. And you can actually see other people doing the same things because we all have the 2-hour workday. That's what's so great about this program is it teaches you a 2-hour workday. And so I love the fact that I could go find people on TikTok that were doing what I was doing and I could get ideas from them because I was actually seeing what others were doing who were having great success. So it has been absolutely amazing. I have been doing this. I launched June the 14th was my official launch. I have made $35.2 thousand since June the 14th, which is just crazy to me. And what's amazing is that it's just from starting this program, implementing the program. It walks you through putting a website together. It walks you through having a landing page. It walks you through email automation, which I knew I needed so badly. Like everything I needed to have success within a business, it literally took me step by step to do. And so by doing that, all of a sudden it just started working. They call it the freedom machine for a reason. So it has been so much fun. And I love it because people are having success. And that's what makes me so happy, is that people are getting success from it.
Yeah, I love it. So what I have been wanting to ask, I have a lot of ladies asking questions. And so I just want you to kind of share what you know. All right. So
Yeah.
one lady asked, how can I trust this program will work for me?
So that's a great question, right? How can you trust that it will work for you? And here's the deal. Nothing is guaranteed. When I say I've made $35.2 thousand, that has been because I've been incredibly coachable.
Yep.
Right? So I implement every day the 2-hour workday. If I am going to bed at night, I know there's a few things I haven't done. I'm not going to sleep until that's done. Right? And so there's no guarantee on success for you. Some people have a very quick success. Some people, it takes a little bit longer for them to get it going. But if you're willing to be coachable, if you're willing to plug in, do the 2-hour workday, I mean, I can't guarantee it, but I feel like it's kind of hard not to have success.
Yes.
But again, everyone's going to be different as far as like what they're willing to do work ethic.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. So, how much does it cost?
That is a great question. I can actually show you right here. I'm like, look at this. So one thing I loved about this was that most of the digital courses I had seen before, it was one course, one price, there you have it, right? Everyone's going to be in a different financial situation, and everyone has different goals for things as well, right? And so I like the fact that there's 4 different options as far as what you can do. Okay, so I'm going to go through all of these and kind of then explain what I did. But the first one is $100, okay? And this is called the Launchpad. This is going to basically help you with starting your online business. So from your website to your landing page to your email automation. Also, it teaches you a free ads method, which is really cool. So what that means is that they give you high traffic free websites, essentially, where you're able to post free ads. And when people go there, you can post them in any city across the world, literally. And when people go there to look for maybe online opportunities or whatever, they can find your ad, they get on your email list, and now they start getting email automation from you. So that's all within the $100 one, okay? Now, again, this provides you with master resale rights. When you do the $100 one, you're able to resell the $100 one, okay? But just that one, all right? So you invest 100, you can sell the 100. This next one is $300. That's called Digital Mastery. And this is going to be obviously the same stuff from above, but it's also going to help you with attracting customers, content creation, which is really helpful. I mean, it's amazing. Sometimes when I'm like, I don't know what to talk about today, I'm like, oh, just go figure that out. And again, growing your following. I will tell you guys on TikTok, I mean, I've never had a following on TikTok whatsoever. I've had like the 200 people kind of a thing. And I started implementing what they taught me to implement. And I would say I really started looking at doing TikTok at the beginning of July. Or at the end of July, and you guys, I have gained, oh gosh, sorry, you just fell. I have gained over 2,000 followers just this month by just implementing what I've been taught. So, and then again, that one's going to be 300. When you do the 300, you can resell the 300 and you can resell the 100. Okay. The 600 is going to be passive daily pay. That's going to be $600. Again, you get everything from above. You also are going to get the program 6 figures in 6 months. So making 6 figures in 6 months with this, which is awesome. Building reoccurring income streams. And then also talking about affiliate marketing and teaching you all of that, which is huge right now also. And that 600, again, if you get this one, you can resell 6, 3, and 1. The $900 one is what I did. All right, this is what Erica's done as well, because this one kind of opens up all opportunities for you. Okay, you can resell any of them at that point, 9, 6, 3, and 1. It gives you everything that's included in the other ones. This one, though, does teach you how to create your own digital products as well. So you can kind of even, go a step further with that. Scaling your business, it teaches you, and unlocking the most income streams. So those are them. Those are the different options, the 100, the 300, the 600, and 900. Now, what I did, you guys, was I actually went ahead and I know Erica has this as well, but where I did a payment plan. Okay, because my thought process behind it was, okay, 900, like I want it, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. But I wanted $900 is a lot of money, right? I felt like, I mean, it really isn't when you see what you got, but just thinking about like, okay. And so I did the payment plan. So we have either Afterpay or Klarna. Okay. And basically just got on there and they gave me an option as far as what my payment plan can be. Everyone's going to be different, but they're great. And my philosophy was go that direction, sell my first one, and then I can pay it off.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've had a lot of people go that direction. I look at it this way. It's like a business loan, right? It's, you want to start a business, you get a business loan, but most places you can't pay off that business loan almost instantaneously.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's awesome. So I'm not tech savvy. Abby, can I still do this?
Yes, you sure can. I am not tech savvy at all. I even seen kind of like the website and everything, I was like a little bit intimidated, like, oh gosh, am I going to be able to do this? And I mean, when I tell you I went step by step, I went step by step. So she literally takes you through like every single button that you're going to click, everything that you're going to do. So I really just did what she told me to do, and by the end it was like, okay, we did it. It's created. Awesome. So no, and the great thing about it too is that it's the whole program teaches you what you need. You hear, we had some webinars last week and you hear these stories of people who literally didn't even have a social media prior, and they're just coachable. They learn how to do it. And before you know it, they've got this great online business.
Yeah. And I love that it was already like pretty much done for us. Like all we had to do was just like plug in a few different things here and there. That was it.
So easy. So easy. And I love the fact that you have like when somebody asks you, what are you doing? I know for myself, with the prior courses I had, people would say like, what are you doing? And I felt like I had to give them this like hour-long explanation of what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Whereas now when somebody says, what are you doing? I give them my website. They put their email in. They are then directed to like a video and my website, but then they also start getting email automation from me. Yeah. So now they're able to see testimonies of other people. They're able to see what this is. And then they're also getting follow-up, which is huge.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. How soon can I expect to see results?
That's a great question. I mean, truth be told, I always shoot it straight with people. I have some people within 2 hours, we're getting their first sale, and multiple people like that. I've had people who have had it for a month and haven't been super consistent, and they haven't made a sale yet, right? But it doesn't mean that they're not going to. I just was hearing a story of a lady the other day who's doing amazing with this. It's made well over 6 figures, but she did not get her first sale for 3 months. So I just always tell people it's a business, right? And consistency always matters. And so going into it, and you can't get emotional with the results of that day, right? You have to realize like, okay, every single day I need to stay, be consistent with what I'm doing. I need to do the 2-hour workday because that's what they're telling me will bring me success. And when I say 2-hour workday, you guys, I mean, we all have 2 hours, right? Like that could be like 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at lunchtime, and an hour when the kids go to bed, right? I mean, we all have 2 hours to figure out. But it really is just, it's just going to kind of depend on everybody. But I will tell you, I've had people who've never had success in things that are having success, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Will I get any support if I get stuck?
Of course. Absolutely. Great question. Well, number one, Erica's amazing, so she's going to help you too. But we do have an entire community, which this is like amazing. So we have a Facebook Messenger group with kind of all the people that, have purchased from one of us. But even bigger than that, there is a whole community within the company, or the program, I should say. And that's one thing that I have loved is the fact that, you're immediately invited to what's called school. Okay. And so our community is in there, and there are 30,000 people in there. So I want you guys to think about that really quickly. 30,000, that sounds like a lot, not when it's all over the world. So only 30,000 people know about this right now. It's not saturated, right? But I love the community because I can go in there and ask any questions. People give tips, people give trainings, they share wins. If I have a tech issue, I can go in there, post it and tag tech, and somebody will help me. So the support has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I know when I go in there, they answer my questions pretty much right away. It's awesome. Or if I search for something, somebody's already had that problem, so I can find the answers to it too.
That's what I do. Yeah, if I have a question, I always like go in there first, search it, and see if it's already been asked.
Awesome. Well, thank you. What makes this program different from others?
That's great. I think the word program is exactly what I would say. It's a business in a box.
Yeah.
You're not just getting. I like to try to describe it like this. Like it's almost like when you go to college, and you decide you want to be a teacher. Okay. And you go through the class, you go through the education, you go through the classes, all of those different things, and you learn what you need to learn in order to be a teacher. but you don't actually become an excellent teacher until you're put into the environment, right? You go through the student teaching and then you maybe get hired on and you have your first year because you have the experience. That's what this does different, right? Most courses are just like you're sitting in the classroom and they're telling you what you need to learn. This is giving you that, and it's also giving you the actions that you need in order to have success.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. All right, one more question. What if I have other responsibilities like kids or a full-time job? Can I still do this?
Absolutely. I think back, I'm like, my gosh, I wish I would have had this when my kids were young.
Yeah.
Because it really does give you that time flexibility. You can choose when you want to do it. You don't have a boss. This is not an MLM where there's a downline and all those kind of things. Like this is on you essentially. So, if you don't want to do things that day, that's on you. So yeah, I think it's absolutely amazing. It's just completely different.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, and even for families that are just trying to save money for like colleges or vacations or whatever it is and pay extra bills, like this is just a great opportunity for them to jump in and like learn this process and make some extra money on the side. Like seriously.
Right. Well, like the e-learning industry is not going anywhere. And so for myself, I knew that if I was going to get into something, I wanted to make sure that it was an industry that was going to continue growing and not saturated. So I want to give some statistics really quickly for you guys. So in 2019, the e-learning industry was a $950 million a year industry. Okay, that was 2019. 2023, it jumped up to $1 billion a day industry. The first quarter of 2024, it's at 1.2 billion a day. And they're anticipating with the growth that by 2027, it will be a $3 billion a day industry. So like, it's not going away. It is the perfect thing, number one, if you are that mom who's looking to bring in some extra income. I mean, there's nothing better than getting a $900 ding on your phone and you're like, the automation's working. But even that, right? I think back to when my kids were younger and, every single penny mattered. I mean, $900 is a big deal. Like what if you just sold one a month? Like that is a very, very big deal. But then I'm seeing people who are doing that every single day. That's over $300,000 a year, every single day. Sorry.
Oh, you're muted.
There you go. Sorry, my speaking of teenagers, my son was just calling. So that it's just one of those things where number one, these are skills that you need to stay up on.
Yeah.
Right. And if you
Absolutely.
don't, you're going to get far behind. It's an incredible additional stream of income for you. And it's so fun. I'm having fun with being creative. I'm having fun just doing something different. And I'm actually having the most fun because I'm loving seeing people having success, which is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I love our group too. So
yeah, it's super
well,
fun.
Abby, I appreciate your time.
Yes.
And thank you for joining me today and sharing from your heart with what this program is actually about. So
you are so welcome, and thank you for having me.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Bye, guys.